Okay, so hey guys. So the first part of the video will not contain any spoilers for Captain Marvel, and when I do talk about spoilers, I'll give a warning beforehand. First, I want to say that I went into this movie with really low expectations. Obviously, a lot of people shared the same thoughts. Many people, including me, were put off by some of Brie Larson's previous statements regarding specifically white men in the movie review in this. Wait a sec. Roll the clip anyway!
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
What I don't like about this clip is that I don't feel like a movie can be made for everyone. Like, everyone should be able to equally enjoy any movie. That isn't to say that some groups may enjoy the movie better than others, but to say that white men can't watch A Wrinkle in Time is just really strange. This clip summarizes it perfectly. Roll the clip.
The journalists saw the film. They showed up in their traditional garbs, from Indonesia and Malaysia and India, and for me, it was just like, it's making people proud of where they come from and their history and their culture and their heritage. And it's not just because you're pro-black, doesn't mean you're anti-white or anti-anything. You could be proud of where you come from, and that's okay.
I'm using props now. It's time to wake up, people. But to be fair, I don't think she entirely meant what she said in the video. But it's still a strange thing to say. Not only that, but the trailers were all the same and they just never really gripped me. Larson's performance looked stale and emotionless. This is the opposite of how the movie actually plays out. But a lot of reviewers still say the exact same thing about how Brie Larson's performance was emotionless and stale, which just shows how a lot of reviewers have not actually seen the movie. I might make a video reviewing all these reviews and Instagram comments because there are a lot of them and I really hate every single one of them. But you know my track record with promised videos. Roll the clip! These people are just not giving the movie a fair shot, which I do think that it deserves, because it's a great movie, as shown by the title. Before talking spoilers, I'll give a quickie review for people who haven't seen the movie yet. Good choreography, great CGI at times, good comedy, amazing tie-ins, and the best origin story so far in the MCU. Nothing in the movie did not make sense. Everything just fit so perfectly, it all ties together so well. I forgot Sam Jackson was the age for the entire movie. Brie Larson was a lot better than expected, and I hope to see more of her in the MCU from now on. And it made me so much more excited for Endgame, which is a hard thing to do. If you haven't seen it yet, go see the movie. Give it a chance. Spoiler warning for Captain Marvel. From here on out, I'm gonna talk spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, go away, go watch the movie, wait till it's released on digital, I don't know. See the movie in any capacity. Not sponsored by Marvel. I wish it was though. With that out of the way, let's talk about how this movie blew me away in a little bit more detail. Let's talk about the main character. I've heard some people say that Carol Danvers doesn't have any growth in the movie and that she ends the movie being the same stale character she started out being. Hell no. She went through 3 different transformations in this movie alone that I could count. She started out as Fierce, learned about the past as Carol Danvers, and put them together and became Captain Marvel. Fierce is a ruthless Kree warrior. Fierce, but too easily overcome by her emotions of anger, but also happiness. Danvers is a life before she lost her memory, when she was a charismatic human being, a good friend and a strong female fighter jet pilot. She was held back by her co-pilots and co-military recruits, that's a weird sentence, just because she was a woman. I felt like that aspect of it was a bit too in your face, but I'll talk about that more in a bit. But yeah. I think they could have handled that aspect a bit better. Captain Marvel is the combination of the two and more. She's not a Kree warrior, she's working with the enemy, the Skrulls. She's not against the Kree entirely. She let John Rock go. Although she did threaten to and probably did destroy the Supreme Intelligence. Basically took down the whole Kree race. She's on her own now. She started out fighting the wrong fight and learned not to take anything at face value. It astounds me no one can see this. This is... She also starts out getting her ass handed to her by her superiors and ends it by literally dragging John Rock through the sand. Now let's talk about what was first presented as the main antagonist, the Skrulls. Some of the best villains in all of the MCU. Amazing. I really like them. I like their design, I like their costumes, I like their goofiness at times. I like the main Skrull, Talos, I think. The only gripe I maybe had with the Skrulls was that they maybe weren't as menacing as I thought they would be, but they were still amazing. The shapeshifting looked awesome, and I loved the realizing someone's a Skrull moments. I was a bit weirded out when Fury said the Skrulls are the bad guys in the trailer, because that's obvious, but it wasn't. Actually, it was such an amazing twist having Captain Marvel work with the Skrulls and seeing that they were captives, that they have fled to other planets, that they are scattered throughout the universe, trying to find each other, and that Carol Danvers helped them stop the war between the Skrulls and the Kree. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering, by the way. It was unexpected and really cool. A lot of people were obviously expecting the Skrulls to double cross Danvers, but they didn't, which is awesome. Now let's address what I loved most about this movie. It fills in some gaps in the MCU, and there are zero plot holes that I could find. And I'm very, very nitpicky with these kinds of things. Every time I think about something earlier in the movie, which may not have entirely made sense at that point, I realize it takes on a whole other meaning because of what happens later. Why does a half-Kree, half-human have these powers while other Kree don't? She was empowered by a mix between Kree blood and Tesseract energy. Why did the Skrulls look for the Tesseract? They didn't. They needed to find the lab because they needed to find their people. Talos wanted to be reunited with his family. Why did she have that Skrull Ames gun at Dr. Lawson memory when that's not how it happened? It's because the Kree altered the memory so that she wouldn't question who's the real enemy. It's that brilliant. Every Marvel movie has its suspension of disbelief moments at times. And this movie doesn't have any. It's fucking good. And I hate that people don't see these things. The only good reviews I found actually list some of these points, and this is turning into a rant, but all the negative reviews are just the same old boring crap like Brie Larson doesn't perform very well, it's a boring movie. And those are the two things I found. No arguments. It's unbelievable. Now, I'm not saying the movie does not have any flaw. I did feel like they could have handled the sexist soldiers a bit subtler, what I talked about earlier. Roll the only bad line in the movie.
You do know why they call it a cocktail, don't you?
I'm running out of things to roll the clip with. And I have the perfect example. Problem is, I'm not sure if this is actually how the scene plays out. I couldn't hear what Ronan said entirely correctly, maybe. Some people said that he said something else. You'll find out. I'm still going to say it. When Ronan the Accuser sees Captain Marvel destroying the warheads heading for Earth, I think he said "take him" instead of "take her." He assumed, as in destroy him. He assumed Captain Marvel, the powerful weapon that could destroy these alien warheads, was a man. After he sees her more clearly and is intimidated, he says, "We'll be back for the weapon, the woman." It may not be more subtle, but it's handled in a different way than you're a woman, so you can do this, in a conversation. In this way, it's not the main focus of the scene, while still carrying a great message, and showing progressiveness. Is that even a word? It has 4 S's. To end it off, let's rapid fire some good things about the movie. The CGI is amazing. Some of the best we've ever seen in the MCU. The scene where Carol Danvers gets her powers is amazingly beautiful and breathtaking. I can watch that scene all freaking day. Some CGI of Captain Marvel herself kind of reminded me of the CW's The Flash. But it's not on screen for too long, so it doesn't distract from the movie. Also, Goose's CGI is a bit rough around the edges, but the jokes keep the attention away from the visuals, so it's all good. A lot of the budget went into that empowering scene and Sam Jackson's face, but it's all still amazing. I've used that word a lot in this review. The scene where the Skrulls mess with Carol's memories is mindfucking and really awesome. Jude Law is great, Sam Jackson's best MCU performance yet. Brie Larson sold me on bringing Carol Danvers to life. Ben Mendelsohn plays both a menacing villain and a charismatic alien father. It's also a weird sentence. But the movie also has themes from every other Marvel movie and even some weirder movies. It has Guardian music fights, it has 4 powerful distraction scenes, it has Guardians 2 looking space travel, it has the Tesseract in it, which indirectly raises the stakes to 4/Avengers levels, while also being very playful. One particular scene with Minerva and Maria Rambeau also has Star Wars vibes, which is really cool. It even has Avatar The Last Airbender moments with the overcoming something in the spirit world like environment and having your eyes glow in the physical world and gain immense power. It's a stretch, but I have been watching the entire series Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra again recently, and I'm just... Whew, man, that was a good show. But that's kind of everything I have to say about this movie. It's a long video. Well, maybe I missed something, maybe I forgot something, but man, I really love this movie. The script for this video took 2 days to write, and in that time I've seen the Super Garden Brothers review. I love SCP, by the way. And I haven't always been entirely on board with their reviews, like Into the Spider-Verse and Crimes of Grindelwald. But they got it spot on. Almost every single point I had about the movie, they talked about it perfectly. So yeah, link up there. I'm sorry, flipped. Yeah, they also have a lot of subscribers, so I'm glad a lot of people got exposed to how great this movie really is. Okay, that's enough gushing. Wait. Wait, I didn't talk about the end credits scene yet. The mid-credits scene takes an Ant-Man approach and gives us a scene from the next movie, Avengers Endgame. It looks so good. I really want to see it now. Next month, actually. I like how they show she has a new outfit with the golden shoulder pads. It's really cool. And the post-credits scene is kind of bullshit, but hey, that's Marvel for you. Whew. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. I hope you liked the new camera. We already had this camera angle in the Life is Strange 2 gameplay reveal trailer thing. I don't know. And yeah, tell me what you think about the set. With the skull. With the thing. And the bear. I'm not really gonna do an outro this time, so I'm just gonna let this cut off.